the guy will squeeze the neck and will prove that the stage was unwise because the bird will die. And if he said that the bird was dead, the guy will let the bird out and it will fly away and the sage will prove to be unwise. So the sage's answer, being a wise person, said, when the boy said, "Sage, you're not answering me. Is the bird alive or dead?" And the sage said, "The fate of that bird is in your hand." I tell you now, my brothers and sisters, throughout Guyana, the fate of Guyana is in your hand. The fate of our democracy is in your hand. And you decide on Monday whether you will strangle our democracy if you re-elect Ramotar to another term of office, or whether you decide that you will let the bird fly without broken wings and take to the sky and take to the future if you re-elect the APNU-AFC coalition. And so to you tonight, I say you are in a celebratory mood and you have every reason to celebrate. You have had fun throughout this campaign. You have shown enthusiasm and an unprecedented energy. And this revolution is driven by our young people. Our young people have taken their own future in their hands, and you are driving this movement for change. And you have to show love, and you have to show tolerance. We will not attack our opponents. We will not cast them down. We will not descend to the low-life level and trench-bottom politics. We will not again mention the name of Jagdeo, because Jagdeo is bad for Guyana, bad for politics, and we will just leave him aside. And they say, when people suffered from chikungunya in Guyana, and they couldn't get 2 Panadol, the doctors, very would say, well, don't worry, the chikungunya will go away. You need to have it twice, and then it will go forever. I want to ask you tonight, do you want chikungunya Ramotar twice? So therefore, you know how to vote. And so, my friends, tonight, as we wrap up this historic journey, a journey that gave me profound joy, that gave me profound happiness. It is as if I am seeing the end of the sea, having started what I decided to do, to part the PPPC. I am seeing this journey now, the journey for unity, the journey for constitutional change, the journey for local government elections, which have not been held for 17 years. I'm seeing the journey when we can have accountable government, when our ministers can all declare their assets to a duly constituted integrity commission, when they can subscribe to a code of conduct. I see the end of the journey when we can restore the rights of trade union to bargain with us, because our government, our new government, will be a partnership among the state, the trade union, and the private sector, along with the cooperative movement. We will have a democracy with quality that involves the people, because you are, in fact, the most important asset of the state. We will have, in our new government, within 100 days, increases in wages and salaries for nurses and teachers and policemen, the security service. We will also address the taxation and see how we can allow you to take your income home and help your family, so that people who are earning $75,000 or less, it could be more, that you must be removed from the PAYE. And so we have in the 100 days a package that we put in the manifesto. But before I close my address to you, I want to deal with another issue. Because as we approach the eve of this election, suddenly the government sprang on you the announcement of a big deal, a big find of oil. And we say this is good news for Guyana because we want our country to explore its potential. Venezuela has oil, Suriname has oil, Trinidad has oil. And we feel goating by we. We have oil, we have gas. But thank God that this disclosure is made on the eve of the elections so that your new government with clean hands can take control of the oil sector. And we can use the revenues. This government is not known to handle big projects, big deal, big business in the interest of the Guyanese. And you saw how they handled the NIS, a multi-billion-dollar organization that was set up to help you. They brought it to a stage of near bankruptcy. They lent the money, invested the money, $7 billion of it, into Clico, which went bankrupt. You saw what they did to the sugar industry. They invested $47 billion to repair one factory, and the factory is not fixed as yet. And we in the parliament gave them $17 billion more, and they still could not bail the sugar industry out of problems. We will save the sugar industry. We will rescue the jobs of sugar workers. And we also say that wherever, as in Diamond, in the Providence area, wherever they have factory closure, listen to this carefully. Jack Deere closed that factory, but they gave the land to Lumumba and friends, who never work a day in the sugar industry. Wherever land is available, we must give it to the sugar workers, so they decide if they want to plant canes, because their forefathers and they sacrifice, give their life, give their blood, give their sweat to manure the soil in the sugar belt. And their land should not be given away to foreign nationals. And wherever you have African ancestral lands, these lands must go to the descendants of freed Africans, because they too manure the soil and they too sacrifice for Guyana. And we will put to rest the issue as a political ball, the issue of Amerindian land title. We will be able to solve the problem to give Amerindian titles for the land and complete the process and not make them into a football. So we have great plans ahead. And sometimes people say Moses does not smile. But because it is so, because I can see beyond May 11 that we have ahead of us a serious task. Just as we approach the last 90 days, unrelentingly, David and I crisscross Guyana every day, every night, every community in the riverine area, in the hills, in the savannas, on the coast. We have been with you. We want to stay with you long after May 11, when the elections are concluded. Let us celebrate. Let's move on. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Long live the Guyana Revolution! Thank
Let's get together and feel alright.
One love! One love! On the music. Now, we make noise, right? I don't know how many people we have here, but I could estimate but I want you to send a message to wherever they are. Hold on. Pare, espero. Sí, español. Entende español? O falo Portuguese? Espere. I want you to send a message to let them know that we are ready. Hold on. Now, you see this little rubber thing here? Y'all watch it. So when I say, are you ready? Hold on. Y'all rowdy, you know. You have to say yes. But here what's going to happen. For Moses and David, or vice versa, right? Because David is coming next. All right, but I want you to hold it, the year, until I bring this down. Right? Put the spotlight on me. So after I say, are you ready, right? Are you ready? On your back for days. Let me tell you. But listen, seriously. You know, every minute I come in to interrupt because I got a big mouth. Okay? But you see, all this campaigning, all these activities, and everything that has happened throughout the campaign, somebody's responsible, right? And they got two men who are very modest, right, in their appearance, but they're powerful because they're the people who got all of y'all here. So let me hear you make some noise for the co-chairman of the campaign, Mr. Russell Trotman and Joseph